Sunny and the Magical Red Blanket. In a small, worn-down house at the edge of a bustling town lived a 12-year-old boy named Sunny. Sunny had messy black hair, big, hopeful eyes, and he always wore the same round-neck t-shirts and faded denim jeans. He lived with his grandmother, who was kind but frail with age. They were very poor. Some nights, they would lie down with empty stomachs, trying to sleep, while ignoring the pain of hunger. One cold night, Sunny sat by the window, looking up at the stars. His stomach ached, but it wasn't the hunger that made him cry. It was the sight of his grandmother, sleeping without food again. He folded his hands tightly and whispered through his tears, "Dear God, I don't want anything big, just one warm meal for me and Daddy, please help us." The next afternoon, by some miracle, Sunny had managed to get a small piece of bread. It wasn't much, but it was all they had for the day. Just as he was about to eat, a shivering old beggar knocked on their door. His clothes were torn, his feet bare. "Son, do you have even a bite to spare?" the beggar asked, trembling. Sunny looked at the bread in his hand, then at the old man's tired eyes. Without a word, he handed over the only bread he had. The beggar smiled kindly and said, "You have a golden heart, child. Take this." He handed Sunny a small red blanket, a bit dusty but warm to the touch. "This is no ordinary blanket," the beggar said. "Ask with a pure heart, and it will give you what you need." Before Sunny could ask more, the beggar disappeared down the lane. Sunny hurried inside, and gently spread the red blanket on the floor. He closed his eyes and whispered, "Please, can we have a nice Indian meal for me and Daddy, something hot and filling?" In a blink, a golden plate appeared, filled with steaming rice, dal, butter naan, paneer curry, laddus, and cool sweet lassi. Another plate appeared right after. Sunny's eyes widened. "Daddy, come quick." That night, they ate until their hearts were full, and tears rolled down their cheeks, not from sadness, but from joy. The next morning, Sunny stood in front of the red blanket again and smiled. "Can I get a few new clothes, please?" Moments later, a neat stack of colorful t-shirts, jeans, and even a warm jacket appeared. Sunny picked out a bright yellow t-shirt and fresh blue jeans. He had never felt so comfortable. But Sunny didn't stop there. That evening, Sunny invited all the neighbors, kids, elders, everyone who had ever known hunger, to their small home. He laid out the red blanket and said, "Let's all eat together." With a sparkle of magic, platters of biryani, curries, samosas, sweets and drinks appeared, more than enough for the whole street. Laughter, music, and the delicious smell of food filled the air. People danced. Daddy's eyes sparkled with pride and happiness. From that day on, Sunny used the magical blanket not for himself, but to help anyone who was hungry, cold, or in need. He became known in the village as Sunny, the boy with the giving heart. Moral of the story: true kindness comes from giving even when you have little. A generous heart is more powerful than magic, and those who give selflessly are often the ones who receive the greatest blessings. If you like my story, please like, comment and subscribe.